Well, good morning, Haiku Friday. Yes, having a little technical difficulties this morning. Um, Funny that today is the day we opt to not do this on Facebook Live, and I'm having all sorts of problems with YouTube. And, anyway, that's neither here nor there because we are here now, and we're going to do some Haiku Friday for February 14th, 2025. By the way, today is Valentine's Day. Hmm. If I'm going to start recording these things and doing them not live, but doing them as recordings and loading them up, maybe I should have like some intro music and make this better. I don't know. Maybe some special effects. Oh, wouldn't that be lovely? Be kind of fun. Although I think I've tried to do that before and I got a little pushback on it. But different times. Let's start out with a couple from Bill. And so lucky to get these from Bill. We're from the Great White North, from our lovely neighbors to the north, Canada. Canada, uh, if you listen to CBC, it makes you think about, well, this could be America in an alternate universe. Not as much dishonor, not as much meth. Anyway, here is Bill's. Tuesday, -10. You really want Canada? Trade you Hawaii. Bill, I've already expressed to you my desire that maybe cuckoo crazy pants president and his minion of orange flying monkeys will decide that we're going to cut loose the entire West Coast. Oh, hmm. As an American, as somebody who is a U.S. veteran and has worn the American flag proudly my whole life, I have to say at this point, yeah, that'd be okay with me. Second one from Bill. It's Valentine's Day. One day devoted to love. Really? Just one? Yeah, I know. Just one day, Bill. One heart. Did I do that right? Let me see. Let's see. How's that look? Oh, yeah. What's that? Yeah, that doesn't really. Looks more like a conjoined twin fetus. Oh, look! Did you see that? It gave me little hearts. I didn't mean to do that. Let's try that again. That did... Oh, that's funny. Well, I guess that's the world we live in now. All right. Thank you, Bill. Here are a couple from Max Q. Thursday afternoon. Hot tea on a cold, wet day. Candle flickering. Oh, doesn't that sound nice? Doesn't that sound kind of like what really Valentine's Day in February should be like? Really? Even though Max Q is certainly in a warmer climate, and we are getting some snow right now, incidentally. Kind of cool. Um, Here is a second one from Max Q. It's Valentine's Day. She said it with dead flowers. Always the prankster. Yes, prank. Which reminds me, I used to make these prank Valentine's Day cards where I would just I take a picture of us cooking stew at the station on Valentine's Day, and it would just say, "Don't be stupid, be my Valentine." Things like that. I have to admit, I like those. My wife and I, we exchanged Valentine's Day presents this morning. Very nice, Um, very lovely. Valentine's will always hold a special place for us because back in 1991, I was getting ready to ship out in the first Gulf War, fly B-52s out of somewhere in England to go bomb Iraq, and getting ready to do that. And guess what? Saddam Hussein surrendered. But before I wanted to go, I wanted to propose to my future wife, which I did, gosh, 24 or 34 years ago. Wow. Just kids. Just kids. Yeah. So, yes, Valentine's Day has always been the day that I remember I got off of alert. I went and bought flowers at the BX, some roses. I put a little note in the card said, "Would you?" Because I was afraid I would chicken out and not ask her to marry me. Having been bitten once and now twice shy. Great decision on my part. I don't know how she feels. I know she says it was a great decision on her part. So, yeah. So thank you, Max Q. Thank you for your Valentine's Day loveliness. Now we have one from Rico-san. Rico-san also, he's not in the Great White North, but he's a little whiter, a little norther than us. Shredding as he goes. Dim senators are baffled. Isn't this Act 2? Yeah, how about that? Oh my gosh. A guy who's, what a surprise, right, Rico-san? A guy who was found guilty of 34 counts? He's now a felon. Was found all sorts of other things that he had been indicted, by the way, by his MAGA followers were enough good citizens to indict him. It wasn't the U.S. government, it wasn't state government, it was citizens who indicted him for espionage and election subversion, all sorts of things. And gosh, we're surprised that he would want to undo the Constitution? Gee whiz, that's really weird. Surprised that he's started a cryptocurrency to back channel laundered money to himself? Boy, that is weird. Huh? I never would have expected a man of his caliber to do such a thing. Yes, we're living in a different time. The founders would have never seen such an evil force, incidentally embraced by people who would call themselves Christians. Anyway, kind of interesting. Yes, it's interesting that people are baffled. No, it's time to kick some ass in a nonviolent way. Okay, here is mine. Speaking of nonviolence, thank you, Rico-san. My big bleeding heart. The love I feel for our world. Pinko's my color. Forgot to put an apostrophe in there. I will fix that. Yes. So that concludes this very formal portion of this holiday special Valentine's Day edition of Haiku Friday. Yes. So what's going on? Yeah, I've been doing my acts of nonviolent, peaceful guerrilla fun to call attention and to raise spirits of what's going on, at least here in Spokane. You might see my stuff here and there. If it makes you laugh and makes you mad, maybe it's mine, maybe. Yes, I feel like I'm sort of a merry prankster, although I think the true merry pranksters had a lot of drugs and alcohol, and I am very, very much sober. I would say, if you're looking for a little bit of, I would say maybe inspiration, but also making sure that we don't lapse into violence, I would watch the show Say Nothing, which is on Hulu and Disney Plus, and it's a true story about two women and other people during the IRA violence in the 70s that I think you would find it's excellently acted. I mean, it's just inspirational. As a sometimes actor, I found myself very inspired. Incidentally, I am working on memorizing my script to play Boxes by Pam Kingsley, which will be coming out in April. And I got a huge line load. So I've been working on that since November. And, of course, my like I suppose a lot of actors' nightmares is that you get up on stage and you forget all of your lines. And so I've got that hanging over my head. But I'm making good progress. Okay, so I've been painting. This painting here is sort of I would say it's, it's one that it's not. There's nothing at all political about it at all. It's just it's just a fire scene from 1925 here in Spokane, Washington. I have a hard time doing the reverse thing. Yeah, that's pretty good. Spokane, Washington, on the corner of First and Post, the American Paint and Wallpaper fire, which sent 40 firefighters to the hospital because of a exploding 100-gallon exploding tank of turpentine. Kablooey. Yeah. Anyway, so I just was curious to see how that would be, and I'm pleased with the results. I'll be getting back into other things. In fact, I have this idea for a painting because it's going to happen someday. Someday, Donald Trump, because of all the plaque caked in his heart and other awful things he's done to his body, he is going to die. And when he does, I just picture there's going to be a great homecoming in hell where Satan himself welcomes Donald Trump back into his bosom. And that's going to be my next painting. I've never done a Donald Trump painting. Ugh. Or have messed around in any of that kind of milieu. But I'm going to do that. That's next. And I want it to be funny, but also heartfelt, like, oh, the reunion between Satan and his favorite little imp. Yeah, so I'm going to have that. Yes, I have been off of Facebook, and this is the first time I'm not actually putting something on Facebook. I'm actually just going to post this on different places, and I'll put a link on Facebook until I'm completely done. So, anyways, happy Valentine's Day. Love the one you're with. Pace yourself. Renew your vows, whatever vows you've taken. Girl Scout vows, Boy Scout vows, vows in the military, marriage vows, oaths of office. It's time to redo we all are looking for meaning, and why don't you take a look at those? I would suggest that anyways. I'm reading on my radio show, which is 4 o'clock every Tuesday on KYRS, Medical Lake Spokane, 88.1 and 92.3 FM, also streaming from KYRS.org. I am reading a little bit, or going over a little bit from the book of On Tyranny, which, by the way, On Tyranny was written as a warning about how to avoid tyranny while we are there. So some of the stuff is not applicable anymore, but it's good. As we become more like North Korea and Russia, I would imagine our European allies and those who value freedom will be discarding us. But we'll be here. Look for me on Blue Sky. Go to my blog, which is at spokanorama.blogspot. You could look at my Substack, also Spokanorama. You can go to mavegriffith.com. That's sort of my website for my art. I am boycotting Amazon, only buying when I need to do things that actually fight against the power that they are now ensconced in. Billionaires surrendering to this awful thing. Yes, the oligarch, like Russia, like, I wouldn't say North Korea, but I don't know. I guess there's at least one billionaire in North Korea. Yeah. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for tuning in to Haiku Friday. I hope to have this uploaded if I can get YouTube to work. And I will see you all later. Bye now.